Keep your spine straight. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in. Hold it there. Oh. 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 Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Yo Antah Pravishya Mama Vacham Imam Prasuptam Sanjeevayatya Shakti Dharasvadhamna अन्यांश्च हस्तचरण श्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम् ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये ईश्वरः परमः कृष्णः सच्चिदानन्दविग्रहः अनादिरादिर्गोविन्दः सर्वकारणकारणं कृष्णं नारायणं वन्दे कृष्णं वन्दे व्रजप्रियं कृष्णं द्वैपायनं वन्दे कृष्णं वन्दे पृथासुतं सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः रमापतिपदां भोजपरिस्फुरति मानसं सेनापतिमहं वन्दे विश्वक्सेनं निरन्तरं प्रह्लादनारद पराशर पुण्डरीक व्यासंवरीश शुकशौनक भीष्मदाल्भ्यान् रुक्माङ्गदार्जुन वसिष्ठ विभीषणादीन् पुण्यानिमान् परमभागवतान् स्मरामि ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतः चार्थेष्वभिज्ञस्वरात् तेने ब्रह्महृदायादिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयः यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकम् सत्यं परं धीमहि धर्मः प्रोज्झितकैतवोऽत्र परमः निर्मत्सराणां सतां वेद्यं वास्तवमत्र वस्तु शिवदं तापत्रयोन्मूलनम् श्रीमद्भागवते महामुनिकृते किं वा परैरीश्वरः सद्यो हृद्यवरुध्यते कृतिभिः शुश्रूषुभिस्तत्क्षणात् निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं शुकमुखादमृतद्रवसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि भावुकाः यं प्रव्रजन्तमनुपेतमपेतकृत्यं द्वैपायनो विरह कातर आजुहाव पुत्रेति तन्मयतया तरवोऽभिनेदुः तं सर्वभूतहृदयं मुनिमानतोऽस्मि यस्वानुभावमखिलश्रुतिसारमेकम् अध्यात्मदीपमतितितीर्षतान्तमोऽन्धम् संसारिणां करुणयाः पुराणगुह्यम् तं व्याससूनुमुपयामि गुरुं मुनीनाम् नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमम् देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः पङ्कजनाभाय नमः पङ्कजमालिने नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय नमस्ते पङ्कजाङ्घ्रये। यस्य भगवताख्या सर्वेषां भक्तिदां नृणां स एव करुणा सिन्धुः बोधितात्मा गुरुर्मम। तस्मै श्री वासुदेवाय धरणीसुररूपिणे गुरुवायुपुरेशाय तुभ्यं श्रीगुरवे नमः। शङ्खचक्रगदा पद्मधारिणे गुरुरूपिणे गुरुवायुपुरेशाय वासुदेवाय ते नमः।
Don't know, this has been made extremely well, except for the chili, which has gone a little high. That's
I hope we soon learn the discipline to stay quiet. शङ्खचक्रगदा पद्मधारिणे गुरुरूपिणे गुरुवायुपुरेशाय वासुदेवाय ते नमः। संसारसागरे मग्नं दीनं मां करुणानिधे कर्मग्राहगृहीताङ्गं मामुद्धर भवार्णवात्। श्रीमद्भागवताख्योऽयं प्रत्यक्षः कृष्ण एव हि स्वीकृतोऽसि मया नाथ मुक्त्यर्थं भवसागरे। मनोरथो मदीयोऽयं सफलः सर्वथा त्वया निर्विघ्नेनैव कर्तव्यः दासोऽहं तव केशव। शुकरूपप्रबोधज्ञ सर्वशास्त्रविशारद एतत् कथा प्राकाशेन मदज्ञानं विनाशय। पीताम्बरं करविराजितचक्रशङ्खं कौमोदकी सरसिजं करुणासमुद्रम् राधासहायं अतिसुन्दरमन्दहासं वातालयेशमनिशं हृदि भावयामि। वातालयेशमनिशं हृदि भावयामि। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। श्रीमद्भागवत माहात्म्यम् अथ प्रथमोऽध्यायः। सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रय विनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। अथ द्वितीयोऽध्यायः। नारद उवाच कलौ मुक्तिक्षयं प्राप्ता पाखण्डामयपीडिता त्वदाज्ञया गता शीघ्रं वैकुण्ठं पुनरेव सा। Pranams to the Lord. Pranams to all the Mahatmas in tonight's Bhagawat session. Before I commence, one request. Please avoid joining late. And if you are joining late, then learn to stay muted because you are forming really a nuisance to break the opening prayers. So it's ideally that it should not be admitted anyone who are coming late and wait until the opening prayers are finished. We are talking of deepest form of bhakti, which is the only source of mukti in this Kali Yuga. And people who are multitasking definitely don't deserve this class. You're not coming in the class on time, and when you come, you are busy cooking in the kitchen, doing things, I don't know what all. You're not sitting in a place with Bhagwat open in front of you, and which we have said, Bhagwat is Krishna himself. So if you don't want to give a Krishna time, and you want to still do your worldly chores, it's good you remain over there only, so that others who want to learn, and for me precisely, who I want to reveal, because this is my only one time which I get, and I think it's the same for others as well, to do the Bhagavata. So I request very humbly that not to disturb the class. If it's not possible, you have guests at home, let it be. Drop off the class. Otherwise, make the guests listen to Bhagavad quietly. And that's the last reminder and the first strongest reminder that I will give before I commence today. Thank you. Okay, let's begin our session. Now, what has happened? Bhakti is there, sitting young and beautiful. Her sons are there, lying in front of her. She has she has expressed her distress to Naradji. Naradji is saying there is no reason for you to get distressed. And that's how the second chapter opens with that first very beautiful verse. Vritha khedayase. Unnecessarily you've been lamenting, he says. Krishna charanam bhojam smara dukkham gamishyati. That's the assurance. We just have to remember him, and that's the only way in this particular yuga to get rid of all our problems, because he definitely helps. Then he goes on telling what all has happened. Then he reminds her that Lord had blessed you, that you remain in hearts of people, and in your original form you are in Vaikuntha, and in your Maya form you are here. Mukti is given as your servant to you, and Jnana Vairagya are given as your sons. And he is going on ahead explaining that because people became not so wanting of Lord, Mukti got fed up and she took permission of Bhakti and she went back to Vaikuntha. And Mukti is not there now anymore over there in this Kali Yuga. And that's where we have paused. So we are going to know what has happened there. So Tvad Adnyaya Gata Shighram Vaikuntham Punarevasa. That was our last statement, where she has gone with Adnya of Bhakti only. Okay, Shrikar, please come. Let's start with you. You can repeat it twice. Huh? Your mom is there with you? No, right? Okay. So you can say it twice.
Okay.
Smruta tvaya pichatraiva.
Smruta tvaya pichatraiva. Smruta tvaya pichatraiva.
Muktiryati yati cha.
Muktirayati yati cha. Muktirayati yati cha.
Putri kritya tvaye maucha.
Putri krutya tvaye maucha.
Parshve sorry, yeah, go ahead.
Putri krutya tvaye maucha.
We'll change the tune, huh? But we'll complete this. Parshve swasyaiva rakshitau.
Parshve swasyau varikshitau.
Swasyaiva.
Oh, Parshve swasyaiva rakshitau. Oh, wait.
1 minute. No, I'll tell you the full verse. Just give me a minute. Smruta tvayapi chatraiva muktiryati yati cha. I think we are going back to that tune, but never mind. We'll go ahead with whatever is coming out. It's Lord's wish today. Go ahead.
Smruta tvayapi chatraiva मुक्तिर्रायाति याति च पुत्रीकृत्य
No, hold on. Only the first line repeat twice.
स्मृता त्वयापि चात्रैव मुक्तिर्रायाति याति च
पुत्रीकृत्य त्वयेमौ च पार्श्वे स्वस्यैव रक्षितौ.
पुत्रीकृत्य त्वयेमौ च पार्श्वे स्वस्यैव रक्षितौ पुत्रीकृत्य त्वयेमौ च पार्श्वे स्वस्यैव रक्षितौ.
Go ahead.
स्मृता त्वयापि चात्रैव मुक्तिर्रायाति याति च पुत्रीकृत्य त्वयेमौ च पार्श्वे स्वस्यैव रक्षितौ. स्मृता त्वयापि चात्रैव मुक्तिर्रायाति याति च पुत्रीकृत्य त्वयेमौ च पार्श्वे स्वस्यैव रक्षितौ.
स्मृता त्वयापि चात्रैव मुक्तिरायाति याति च पुत्रीकृत्य त्वयेमौ च पार्श्वे स्वस्यैव रक्षितौ. Now what happens over here? Smrita tvayapi atraiva. If someone remembers you, atraiva, tvaya, to you, someone is remembered by you, atraiva, muktirayati yati cha. If someone remembers bhakti very over here itself, means on this bhumi where she is gone, if somebody is remembering her, muktirayati, she will come back. So it's not that she's gone means she's permanently gone, but somebody, if she is earnestly holding on to bhakti, then mukti is going to come. This is what Naradji's assurance to bhakti. Putri kritya tvaya imau cha parshve swasyaiva cha rakshito. So the two sons are left behind over here. In front of you, swasyaicha rakshito. So they will be there lying in. So only mukti has gone. Jnana and vairagya have not gone. So there is little hope for us still. Jnana and vairagya still. So we are still eligible to have. Mukti probably will be little tougher to get, but at least the way is shown. So only mukti has gone. So these two are being protected over here. So they have not gone. Only mukti has gone. So mukti is going to come back if somebody invokes bhakti. Smrita tvayapi chatraiva muktirayati yati cha putri kritya tvayaimau cha parshve swasyaiva rakshitau. I tried to get back to the old tune, but this is what is coming out of my mouth today, whatever it is. Sahana and Omachi. Upekshātah kalau mandau.
उपेक्षातः कलौ मन्दौ उपेक्षातः कलौ मन्दौ
वृद्धौ जातौ सुतौ तव.
वृद्धौ जातौ सुतौ तव वृद्धौ जातौ सुतौ तव
तथापि चिन्तां मुञ्चत्वम्.
तथापि चिन्तां मुञ्चन्त्वम् मुञ्चत्वम् तथापि चिन्तां मुञ्चत्वम्
उपायं चिन्तयाम्यहम्.
उपायं चिन्तयाम्यहम् उपायं चिन्तयाम्यहम्
उपेक्षातः कलौ मन्दौ वृद्धौ जातौ सुतौ तव
उपेक्षातः कलौ मन्दौ वृद्धौ जातौ सुतौ तव उपेक्षातः कलौ मन्दौ वृद्धौ जातौ सुतौ तव
तथापि चिन्तामुञ्च त्वम् उपायं चिन्तयाम्यहम्
तथापि चिन्तां मुञ्च त्वम् उपायं चिन्तयाम्यहम् तथापि चिन्तां मुञ्च त्वम् उपायं चिन्तयाम्यहम् उपेक्षातः कलौ मन्दौ वृद्धौ जातौ सुतौ तव तथापि चिन्तां मुञ्च त्वम् उपायं चिन्तयाम्यहम् उपेक्षातः कलौ मन्दौ वृद्धौ जातौ सुतौ तव तथापि चिन्तां मुञ्च त्वम् उपायं चिन्तयाम्यहम्
Repeat that again.
उपेक्षातः कलौ मन्दौ वृद्धौ जातौ सुतौ तव तथापि चिन्तां मुञ्च त्वम् उपायं चिन्तयाम्यहम्
So what has happened? Upeksha, because they've been ignored. They have been ignored. That's why in Kali Yuga, the sons have become old. So nobody is liking, right? So even if we have the classes going on, we don't want it, right? We just want to carry on with whatever the work we do. So they have been ignored very badly. So they become old. But you don't worry. Tvam chintam muncha. You leave your worry. Upayam chintayami aham. Chintayami aham. Mansandhi has come. Chintayami aham. So I will think of one idea how to go about this. You don't worry. It's just because of the effect of this Kali Yuga, the sons have become like this. But let me see one solution for you. Let me think out. Upekshātah kalau mandau vruddhau jātau sutau tava tathapi chintam muncha tvam upayam chintayamyaham. Shreyas, Shantaji. Kalina sadrishah kopi.
कलिना सदृशः कोऽपि कलिना सदृशः कोऽपि
Yugo nasti varanane.
युगो नास्ति वरानने युगो नास्ति वरानने
Tasminstvām sthapayishyami.
तस्मिन् स्वां स्थापयिष्यामि तस्मिन् स्वां sorry तस्मिन् स्वां स्थापयिष्यामि
Gehe gehe jane jane.
गेहे गेहे जने जने गेहे गेहे जने जने कलिना
Kalina sadrishah kopi. Yugo nasti varanane.
कलिना सदृशः कोऽपि युगो नास्ति वरानने कलिना सदृशः कोऽपि युगो नास्ति वरानने
Tasminstvām sthapayishyami. Gehe gehe jane jane.
तस्मिन् स्वां स्थापयिष्यामि गेहे गेहे जने जने तस्मिन् स्वां स्थापयिष्यामि गेहे गेहे जने जने कलिना सदृशः कोऽपि युगो नास्ति वरानने तस्मिंस्त्वां स्थापयिष्यामि गेहे गेहे जने जने कलिना सदृशः कोऽपि युगो नास्ति वरानने तस्मिंस्त्वां स्थापयिष्यामि गेहे गेहे जने जने.
Very good. So now what happens over here? Kalina sadrushaha kopihi yugaha nasti. Like Kali Yuga, there is no other Yuga. Oh Varanane, oh beautiful lady, beautiful face lady. There is no other Yuga like a Kali Yuga. Therefore, what I'm going to do, because he's thought of an idea, tasmin, in that, tvam, to you, sthapayishyami, I will place you. Naraji is assuring Bhakti, I will place you, therefore, over there. Where? Gehe, gehe, jane, jane. In every house, gehe, gehe. In each house, jane, jane. In every individual. So what assurance? Naraji is giving her that biggest assurance that there is no other Yuga like Kali Yuga. Oh, beautiful face lady. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to place in that Yuga for you in every house and in every heart, in every person, in every individual. This is the idea he thought for Bhakti. Kalina sadrushah kopi yugo nasti varanane tasmiumstvam sthapayishyami gehe gehe jane jane. I'm trying to get in my mind the tune, but it is not coming on my mouth. I tried. Any young kids I have left? All done? Okay, now let's go ahead. Vani, Lataji. Let's start. Anya dharman tiraskritya
Anyadharmaಂ sthiraskritya
Anyadharmaं stiraskritya kritya.
Again.
Anyadharmaं stiraskritya
Puraskritya mahotsavan
Puratskritya mahotsavan
Puraskritya mahotsavan
Tadanaham harirdasaha
Tadanaham harirdasaha
Tadanaham hare dasaha
Loke tvanna pravartaye
Loke tvanna pravartaye
Na pravartaye
Loke tvanna
Na pravartaye
Oh yeah. Loke tvanna pravartaye
Loke tvanna pravartaye
Na pra
Loke tvanna pravartaye
Anya dharmam stiraskritya Puraskritya mahotsavan
Anyadharmaಂ sthiraskritya Puraskritya mahotsavan
Anyadharmaं stiraskritya Puraskritya mahotsavan
Tadanahan harirdasaha Loke tvanna pravartaye.
Tadana what the tune?
Yeah, I'm so sorry. You go ahead with your tune. Probably it might click on my mouth because
Oh.
it's ringing in my head, but it is not coming on my lips. It's not coming.
Okay. Tadanahan harirdasaha No,
The Anuswara is one.
yeah.
Anuswara is one. Tadanaham harirdasaha.
Harirdasaha Loke sorry
Tadanaham harirdasaha Loke tvanna pravartaye
Tadanaham harirdasaha Loke tvanna प्रवर्तये
अन्यधर्मांस् तिरस्कृत्य पुरस्कृत्य महोत्सवान् तदा नाहं हरिर्दासः लोके त्वान्न प्रवर्तये
अन्यधर्मांस् तिरस्कृत्य पुरस्कृत्य महोत्सवान् तदा नाहं हरेर्दासः लोके त्वान्न प्रवर्तये.
So what happens? Anya dharman tiraskritya. Whatever you avoid everything, ignore all other dharmas, and you encourage bhakti. You celebrate bhakti. So he's assuring her that he will place bhakti in every house, in every heart, and no other thing would be valid. And bhakti will only be celebrated. And if this doesn't happen, aham, now such a solid assurance he is giving. Tada harehe dasaha aham na. So, in loka tvam na pravartaye. In this world, tvam na pravartaye. If I don't propagate you, if I don't popularize you, aham harer dasaha na. I will cease to be Hari's dasa, servant of Lord. Naradji is giving her this assurance that you will reside in every house, in every human being, and you will be celebrated, gloriously celebrated everywhere. I will propagate you in that way in this world. And if this doesn't happen, then I will no more be Bhakta of the Lord. Means, what a solid verse this is. And it's like, you should get a shiver, like Naradji said, that kind of promise to Bhakti. Anya dharman tiraskritya puraskritya mahotsavan tadanaho harer dasah loke tvanna pravartaye. Lata Kartik Vidyasa Sundarji. तदन्विताश्च ये जीवाः
त्वदन्विताश्च ये जीवाः
त्वदन्विताश्च ये जीवाः
भविष्यन्ति कलाविह
भविष्यन्ति कलाविह
भविष्यन्ति कलाविह
पापिनोऽपि गमिष्यन्ति
पापिनोऽपि गमिष्यन्ति
पापिनोऽपि गमिष्यन्ति
निर्भयं कृष्णमन्दिरम्
निर्भयं कृष्णमन्दिरम्
निर्भयं कृष्णमन्दिरम्
त्वदन्विताश्च ये जीवाः भविष्यन्ति कलाविह
त्वदन्विताश्च ये जीवाः भविष्यन्ति कलाविह
त्वदन्विताश्च ये जीवाः भविष्यन्ति कलाविह
पापिनोऽपि गमिष्यन्ति निर्भयं कृष्णमन्दिरम्
पापिनोऽपि गमिष्यन्ति निर्भयं कृष्णमन्दिरम्
पापिनोऽपि गमिष्यन्ति निर्भयं कृष्णमन्दिरम्
त्वदन्विताश्च ये जीवाः भविष्यन्ति कलाविह पापिनोऽपि गमिष्यन्ति निर्भयं कृष्णमन्दिरम्
त्वदन्विताश्च ये जीवा भविष्यन्ति कलाविह पापिनोऽपि गमिष्यन्ति निर्भयन् कृष्णमन्दिरम्.
Beautiful verse again. Tvad anvitascha ye jivaha. Ye jivaha, those people. Tvad anvitaha. Anvitaha, full of, accompanied by you. Tvad. So for this, to bhakti he said. So those people who are full of you, full of bhakti, bhavishyanti, who will become kalaviha now in this Kali Yuga, if they are papi also, papinaha api, api also, papinaha api, if they are papi also, gamishyanti nirbhayam, without any fear, they will go in the Krishna Mandira. So if you are accompanied by bhakti, even a papi can go to a temple. So he is giving that as a blessing, that even a wretched soul can be redeemed if bhakti is there. It's not so much to the God, but so much to the bhakti. If bhakti is invoked, the worst of the worst person can also be closer to Krishna. Tadanvitascha ye jivaha bhavishyanti kalaviha papinopi gamishyanti nirbhayam Krishna mandiram. Dharani ji, Radhika ji. Yeshan chitte vased bhaktihi.
Sean, can I try the normal tune once?
Yes, please try. Probably you can.
Yesham chitte vaset bhaktihi. Sir, is that?
No, that is Gita tune. Today, Lords want this because we started with a note of adjusting ourselves with our likes, wants, dislikes, pleasures. We didn't start with the bhakti, right? We started with the tone of a discipline. So that's how the Lord, even if you want, the tone is in my mind, but it is not coming on my lips. It's happening like, let it be. It's he also teaches me also in lesson also. Whatever it is, have to build a tolerance and forbearance, right? So I've lost it today. So he has his way to bring me. Go ahead. Yeshan chitte vased bhaktihi.
Yeshan chitte vaset bhaktihi. Yeshan chitte vaset bhaktihi.
Sarvada prema rupini.
Sarvada prema rupini. Sarvada prema rupini.
Nate pashyanti kinasham.
Nate pashyanti kinasham. Sorry, I'm not getting it.
Nasham. Nate pashyanti kinasham.
Nate pashyanti kinasham. Nate pashyanti kinasham.
Swapnepyamalamurtayaha.
Swapnepyamalamurtayah. Swapnepyamalamurtayah.
Yeshan chitte vased bhaktihi sarvada prema rupini.
Yeshan chitte vaset bhaktihi sarvada prema rupini. Yeshan chitte vaset bhaktihi sarvada prema rupini.
No. Nate pashyanti kinasham. Swapnepyamalamurtayaha.
Okay.
Sorry, am I not audible?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm waiting for.
Nate pashyanti kinasham. Swapnepyamalamurtayaha.
Shall I say? What happened to her? No, I'll say. Nate pashyanti kinasham. स्वप्नेऽप्यमलमूर्तयः sorry
Yeah, you are getting it.
न ते पश्यन्ति कीनाशं स्वप्नेऽप्यमलमूर्तयः शाञ्चित्ते वसेत् भक्तिः सर्वदा प्रेमरूपिणी न ते पश्यन्ति कीनाशं स्वप्नेऽप्यमलमूर्तयः
Good.
येषां चित्ते वसत् भक्तिः सर्वदा प्रेमरूपिणी न ते पश्यन्ति कीनाशं स्वप्नेऽप्यमलमूर्तयः
येषां चित्ते वसेत् भक्तिः सर्वदा प्रेमरूपिणी न ते पश्यन्ति कीनाशं स्वप्नेऽप्यमलमूर्तयः. So now Naradji says, Yesham chitte bhaktihi vaset. In whose heart, in whose mind, chitte, mind or heart, we can take it in both ways. Bhakti vaset, bhakti resides. In whose heart? Sarvada prema rupini, this bhakti who is always loving and compassionate, who is residing in anyone's heart. Nate pashyanti kinasham. Kinasham is a word for the king of death, the lord of death, which is Yama. So the king of the destroyer. So Kinasham is Yama. Nate pashyanti swapne api. In the dream also they will not die. Amala Murtaya. So Amala Murtaya, those pure people in whose heart this Prema Swarupini Bhakti is residing, in their dream also they will not see Lord of Death, means they'll become immortal. So if you are a papi, you will get Krishna Darshana. You are pure hearted, and means in both cases Bhakti is going to reside anyways. With one, the person never dies also. So he becomes immortal. This is Naradji's assurance to Bhakti, that he is blessing Bhakti, that this is all going to happen for you. So you better don't get distressed. He's consoling her. Yeshan chitte vaset bhaktihi sarvada prema rupini nate pashyanti kinasham swapne pyamalamurtayah. Leela Kuteji.
Varsha, is this the tune? Sorry.
Yes, please say. Yes.
Chitte vaset bhaktihi sarvada prema rupini nate pashyanti kinasham swapne pyamalumurtayah.
Bless you abundantly, my rescuer, as always. Thank you. Yes, it is. Eshan chitte vaset. But I'm not getting on my tongue. It is there in the ear. Say, you say nate pashyanti kinasham.
Nate pashyanti kinasham swapne pyamalamurtayah.
Swapne pyamalamurtayah. Na preto na pishacho va. Okay, thank you, Veena. Radha Krishnan ji, Sudha Prabhu. Na preto na pishacho va.
Na preto na vishacho va.
Pishacho.
Sorry, yeah. Na preto na pishacho va.
न प्रेतो न पिशाचो वा.
Switch on your camera. Rakshaso vasuro piva.
Rakshaso vasuro viva.
Rakshasो vasuro piva. It's on the same device, so I'm not able to do the switching.
Yeah, so next time have a physical book. Then only corrections can be made. Then only you can bring Krishna live, because it's no more the book, it's Krishna. So it's good not to have Bhagwat on the device to follow in the class.
Yes, I will get it.
Suro bhakti Bhakti-yukta-manaskānām.
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 Sparshanena prabhur-bhavet.
Sparshanena prabhu bhavet.
Sparshanena prabhur-bhavet.
Na prabhur-bhavet.
Na prabhur-bhavet.
Na prabhur-bhavet. Vitva.
Na prabhur-bhavet.
Na preto na pishacho va. Rakshaso va suropi va.
Na predo na pishacho va. Rakshaso vasuro piva.
Na preto na pishacho va. Rakshaso vasuro piva.
Bhakti-yukta-manaskānām. Sparshanena prabhur-bhavet.
Bhakti-yukta-manaskānām. Sparshanena prabhurbhavet.
Bhakti-yukta-manaskānām. Sparshanena prabhur-bhavet.
Na predo na pishacho va. Rakshaso vasuro piva. Bhakti-yukta-manaskānām. Sparshanena prabhurbhavet.
The dvitvas are not happening. Practice those dvitvas. Okay.
Yeah.
Na preto, na prabhur-bhavet.
Na preto na pishacho va. Rakshaso vasuro piva. Bhakti-yukta-manaskānām. Sparshanena prabhur-bhavet.
So what happens over here? So one assurance was that they won't see the kinasha in the dream also. Now what is the assurance? Na pretaha, na pishachaha. All those spirits and ghosts or demons or asuras, the rakshasas, all those bhakti-yukta manaskanam, the minds that are filled with devotion, na sparshan, they won't get touched by this, whose minds are touched by bhakti. So that's the biggest assurance that he is given. Bhakti yukta manaskana prabhu bhavet. Yeah. Na preto na pishacho va. Rakshaso vasuropi va. Bhakti yukta manaskanam. Sparshanena prabhur bhavet. Vinisha, Nirupama. Na tapobhirna vedaischa.
न तपोभिर्न वेदैश्च
न तपोभिर्न वेदैश्च.
Sorry, your mother is also there. Let her also chant. Na jnanenapi karmana. Vinisha.
न ज्ञानेनापि कर्मणा
न ज्ञानेनापि कर्मणा.
You can come closer to the desk. Harir hi sadhyate bhaktya.
हरेर्हि साध्यते भक्त्या
हरेर्हि साध्यते भक्त्या
हरेर्हि साध्यते भक्त्या
प्रमाणं तत्र गोपिकाः
प्रमाणं तत्र गोपिकाः
प्रमाणं तत्र गोपिका
प्रणानं तत्र प्रमाणं तत्र गोपिकाः
न तपोभिर्न वेदैश्च न ज्ञानेनापि कर्मणा
न तपोभिर्न वेदैश्च न ज्ञानेनापि कर्मणा
न तपोभिर्न वेदैश्च ज्ञानेनापि कर्मणा
न तपोभिर्न वेदैश्च न ज्ञानेनापि कर्मणा
हरेर्हि साध्यते भक्त्या प्रमाणं तत्र गोपिकाः
हरेर्हि साध्यते भक्त्या प्रमाणं तत्र गोपिकाः
हरेर्हि
साध्यते
हरेर्हि साध्यते भक्त्या प्रमाणं तत्र गोपिकाः
हरिर्हि साध्यते भक्त्या प्रमाणं तत्र गोपिका ओके
full verse Vinisha
न तपोभिर्न वेदैश्च न ज्ञानेनापि कर्मणा हरेर्हि साध्यते भक्त्या प्रमाणं तत्र गोपिकाः
न तपोभिर्वेदैश्च
न तपोभिर्न वेदैश्च
न तपोभिर्न वेदैश्च ज्ञानेनापि कर्मणा हरिर्हि साध्य
keep the harir his he rasva harirhi sadhyate
हरिर्हि साध्यते भक्त्या प्रमाणं तत्र गोपिकाः
न तपोभिर्न वेदैश्च न ज्ञानापि कर्मणा
ज्ञानेनापि
न तपोभिर्न वेदैश्च न ज्ञानेनापि कर्मणा हरिर्हि साध्यते भक्त्या प्रमाणं तत्र गोपिका
very good. So now what Naraji is saying, na tapobhihi, by tapas it cannot be, na vedaihi, by vedas, by knowledge, no, na jnanenapi, by knowledge also no, na karmana, not by doing actions. Harirhi, Hari, verily Hari, sadhyate is attained bhaktya, by bhakti. So all these are Tritiya Vibhaktis. Tapobhihi, Vedaihi, Jnanena, Karmana, Bhaktya. So it is showing by all these things, Hari, so with Bhaktya, yes, but not by other things. Hariri sadhyate Bhaktya. By Bhakti, Hari can be attained. And Pramanam Tatra, over there the proof is Pramanam Tatra Gopikaha. So Gopika were not doing some tapas, austerities, and they were just into devotion of him and they attained him. So this is Naraji is giving example that by doing all that with Vedas, this, that, no, it is only by bhakti that Lord is attained. न तपोभिर्न वेदैश्च न ज्ञानेनापि कर्मणा हरिर्हि साध्यते भक्त्या प्रमाणं तत्र गोपिकाः. सजीजी, रश्मीजी. नृणां जन्म सहस्रेण रश्मीजी.
नृणान जन्म सहस्रेण
सहस्रेण.
सहस्रेण.
So instead of saying tre, say re. Sahasrena.
Sahasrena.
Correct. So when it is tra, there should be 3 lines. One of sa half line and of tra 2 lines. So now you see only sa's middle line and ra repa. Like how we write pra with pa and we do the repa down. So sa is having that. So it's re and it's not stre. So I will put that picture in the group when I'm explaining sa and re in the Devanagari. So it's Sahasrena and it's not Sahasrena. We can do again. Nrinan janma sahasrena.
Nrinana janma sahasrena.
No, only not to say na complete. Nrunan and not nrunana. Nrinan janma sahasrena.
Nrinan janma sahasrena.
Sajivji.
नृणां जन्मसहस्रेण
Bhaktau. No, not
sorry.
done yet. Not, we didn't do that. Bhaktau pritirhi jayate.
Bhaktau pritirhi jayate.
Pri is
भक्तौ
dirgha, ti is short. Pritirhi jayate.
Bhaktau pritirhi jayate.
Instead of saying ti, bhaktau pritirhi tirhi.
Bhaktau pritirhi jayate.
Correct, perfect.
भक्तौ प्रीतिर्हि जायते
Kalau bhakti, kalau bhakti.
Kalau bhakti, kalau bhakti.
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 So repha, because we're breaking the pada, the repha goes and it becomes visarga. So kalau bhakti, kalau bhakti.
Kalau bhakti, kalau bhakti.
कलौ भक्ति कलौ भक्ति कलौ भक्तिः.
Something to do with your audio connection, Sajivji. There will be a lot of background. Not actually the room is having, but the device connection is some problem, which is generating a lot of sounds.
Is it okay?
It's not
next
okay.
time I'll use some device. I'll use a earphone.
Bhaktya Krishna Purasthitaha.
Bhaktya Krishna Purasthitaha.
Bhaktya Krishna Purasthitaha.
Krishna Purasthitaha.
Bhaktya Krishna Purasthitaha.
Nrinan janma sahasrena bhaktau pritirhi jayate.
Nrinan janma sahasrena bhaktau pritirhi jayate.
Very good.
नृणां जन्म सहस्रेण भक्तौ प्रीतिर्हि जायते.
Kalau bhakti bhaktya Krishna Purasthitaha.
Kalau bhakti, kalau bhakti. Bhaktya Krishna Purasthitaha.
Sthitaha, Mahaprana.
Purasthitaha.
Sti, no? Sti. Sthitaha.
Purasthitaha.
Correct.
कलौ भक्तिः भक्त्या कृष्णः पुरस्थितः.
Full word.
नृणाञ्जन्म सहस्रेण भक्तौ प्रीतिर्हि जायते कलौ भक्तिः भक्त्या कृष्णः पुरस्थितः
नृणाञ्जन्मसहस्रेण भक्तौ प्रीतिर्हि जायते कलौ भक्तिः भक्त्या कृष्णः पुरस्थितः.
Very good. You can mute now. Okay, yeah, now it's become quiet. So what happens? Nrunam janma sahasrena. With thousands of janma, that devotion will get ignited. The liking for devotion will be developed in a man after so many births. In Kali Yuga, that bhakti, it's stressed. In Kali Yuga, the bhakti, in Kali's age, the bhakti, with that bhakti, Krishnaha purasthitaha. Krishna stands in front. So Krishna will appear in front only with bhakti in Kali Yuga. This is what Naradji is telling her. So beautiful. And so in so many ways, repeatedly it is being said today that it's only with devotion Krishna is going to appear. Nridanjanma sahasrena bhaktau pritirhi jayate kalau bhaktihi bhaktya krishna purasthitaha. Dharini ji, vanne. Bhaktidrohakaraye cha.
भक्तिद्रोहकराये च
भक्तिद्रोहकराये च
ते सीदन्ति जगत्त्रये.
ते सीदन्ति जगत्त्रये.
ते सीदन्ति जगत्त्रये.
दुर्वासा दुःखमापन्नः.
दुर्वासा दुःखमापन्नः.
दुर्वासा दुःखमापन्नः.
पुरा भक्तविनिन्दकः.
पुरा भक्तविनिन्दकः.
भक्तिद्रोहकराये च ते सीदन्ति जगत्त्रये.
भक्तिद्रोहकराये च ते सीदन्ति जगत्त्रये.
भक्तिद्रोहकराये च ते सीदन्ति जगत्त्रये.
दुर्वासा दुःखमापन्नः पुरा भक्तविनिन्दकः.
दुर्वासा दुःखमापन्नः पुरा भक्तिविनिन्दिकः.
दुर्वासा दुःखमापन्नः पुरा भक्तविनिन्दकः.
भक्तिद्रोहकराये च ते सीदन्ति जगत्त्रये. दुर्वासा दुःखमापन्नः पुरा भक्तिविनन्दकः.
Is it Bhakti Vinindakah or Bhakta Vinindakah?
Pura Bhakta Vinindakah, not Bhakti, Bhaktavi. Can you say that, Dharani? Again, the second line.
Sure. Durvasa dukkhamapannah pura bhakta vinindakah.
Bhakti drohakaraye cha te sidanti jagattraye. Durvasa dukkhamapannah pura bhakta vinindakah.
Very good. So, Bhakti Drohakara. those who are not holding on to bhakti. Drohakara, one who is cheating bhakti, means who is not following bhakti. Te sidanti jagatraye. Ye bhakti drohakara. Those who forfeit bhakti, those who give up bhakti, te jagatraye, in all the three worlds, sidanti, they will suffer. They will, we have seen this word sidanti in Gita, sidanti mama gatrani, like the limbs and all are going, they're suffering, they don't have energy, they are going listless, they are becoming, they're falling out of action. So those who forgo bhakti, they have no other respite in the world. They will get suffering only. And he gives in the next verse the example of Durvasa Dukkhamapannaha. Like how Durvasa Dukkhamapannaha, how he became into a grief. Pura Bhakta Vinindakaha. When one of the Lord's devotee, Bhaktaha Vinindakaha, he rebuked that Bhakta, Pura, one time ago, how Durvasa suffered. So we all know that story, right? Durvasa Nambari story. He was one. So the story is going to come ahead. But when he was holding the fast, and Durvasa came over there, and he has to, it's a Ekadashi fast, and there are certain rituals that you are supposed to do. And if he doesn't break that on the next event, and Durvasa comes only at that time, probably he's eaten some tirtham, at least the water, so that his fast can be accomplished. So Durvasa got angry. You are giving drink before serving the guests. You are eating like that, but he was actually not eating. And then he was cursing him. So there is a big story about it. And then how Lord comes for protection, and he was running everywhere, and the chakram was not getting stopped, and he went to Brahma, he went to all the three worlds, he went to Lord Vishnu himself, and Vishnu sends him back. You go and say, Ambarish only can stop. So you means you have you have teased, or you have angered, or you have attacked my bhakta. So the Lord comes for the protection. But we will hear that story further. It's just that how Durvasa was, in Dukkhamapanna, he was grieved. He had no rescue, no solution anywhere, but he had to come running everywhere, but come back to the bhakta only to get respite. So if you are leaving your bhakti marga, or if you are not having devotion in the heart, then there's going to be problem. Jagattraye sidanti. There is no going to be any source of rescue in all the three worlds. Bhakti drohakaraye cha te sidanti jagatraye durvasa dukkamapannaha pura bhakta vinindakaha. I think we can do one and then stop. Today we have done very few verses. I'll take Anuradhaji, because you finished your turn. I'll take Nikhilaji and Sri Hariji, and Srikar, I'll take you next time. Because you finished one chance, and next week we'll start with you, Srikar, join next time. So we'll take only one person. Anuradhaji, you had finished your turn, right? You haven't finished. Okay, then you join.
Okay,
please
ma'am.
join.
Okay.
So this will be the last verse for today. Alam vratairalam tirthaihi.
Alam vratairalam tirthaihi.
Na. First is wa, second is na. Alam vratairalam tirthaihi.
Alam vratairalam tirthaihi.
Alam vratairalam tirthaihi.
Alam vratairalam tirthaihi.
Alam yogairalam makhaihi.
Alam yogairalam makhaihi.
Alam yogairalam makhaihi.
Alam yogairalam makhaihi.
Alam jnana kathalapaihi.
Alam jnana kathalapaihi.
अलञ्ज्ञानकथालापैः
अलञ्ज्ञानकथालापैः
भक्तिरेकैव मुक्तिदा
भक्तिरेकैव मुक्तिदा
भक्तिरेकैव मुक्तिदा
भक्तिरेकैव मुक्तिदा
अलं व्रतैरलं तीर्थैः अलं योगैरलं मखैः Okay. Go ahead. Sorry.
अलं रतैरलं तीर्थैः अलं योगैरलं मुखैः
Not mukha, makhaihi.
Sorry. अलं योगैरलं मुखैः
Not
मखैः.
mukha.
Shall I repeat it, ma'am? अलं रतैरलं तीर्थैः अलं योगैरलं मखैः
अलौ व्रतैरलं तीर्थैः अलं योगैरलं अलौ व्रतैरलं तीर्थैः अलं योगैरलं मखैः
अलौ व्रतैरलं तीर्थैः अलं योगैरलं मखैः
अलञ्ज्ञानकथालापैः भक्तिरेकैव मुक्तिदा
अलञ्ज्ञानकथालापैः भक्तिरेकैव मुक्तिदा
अलञ्ज्ञानकथालापैः भक्तिरेकैव मुक्तिदा
अलञ्ज्ञानकथालापैः भक्तिरेकैव मुक्तिदा
अलौ रतैरलं तीर्थैः अलं योगैरलं मखैः
Complete.
अलञ्ज्ञानकथालापैः भक्तिरेकैव मुक्तिदा
अलौ व्रतैरलं तीर्थैः अलं योगैरलं मखैः अलञ्ज्ञानकथालापैः भक्तिरेकैव मुक्तिदा
अलौ व्रतैरलं तीर्थैः अलं योगैरलं मखैः अलञ्ज्ञानकथालापैः भक्तिरेकैव मुक्तिदा.
Alam is a Sanskrit word where whenever you use this word, the rule is you have to use Tritiya Vibhakti. Alam means enough. So here we can loosely translate like when we say enough of your anger or enough of your tantrums or enough of whatever. So like that, this is a Sanskrit word where alam vrataihi, enough of all your vratas. Alam tirthaihi, enough of visiting all the pilgrim places. Alam yogaihi, enough of all the yoga acharas that you are doing. Alam makhaihi, enough of your yajnas that you are doing. Alam jnana katha lapaihi, of your ramblings of so much of jnana kathas and all. Alam, all that alam is enough and all of that. Bhaktihi eka eva muktida. Bhakti is the only one which is going to liberate. So we are running around doing everything else, but just one bhakti is enough for mukti. Alam vratairalam tirthaihi. So this vrataihi, tirthaihi, yogaihi, makhaihi, jnanakatha lapaihi, all these are bahuvachan tritiya. So when alam is used, so tritiya vibhakti is used for all these. Alam vratairalam tirthaihi, alam yogairalam makhaihi, alam jnana kathalapaihi, bhaktirekaiva muktida. So with great struggle today we have completed only 10 verses and taken so much of time. So, and what happens is one disturbance seeps into everybody's disturbance. because we are not reached Mahatmas and all, we are just, the novice seekers. We are also trying to grasp, and so we get affected very easily with any of the disturbance. So if all are thinking in one way, and if all are wanting Bhagavad, if all are wanting Krishna, if all are one, then that energy is different. But if one person of that all is something different, then everybody else gets disturbed, because we are not those Mahatmas, no? Like a Sita Prajna come, what happens? Nothing affects us. It doesn't happen. It does immediately. So good thing to get affected takes a very long time. Small thing, immediately we catch up very easily. So probably that's one big lesson of today, that everybody struggles, and when from whom you have to repeat and learn, that person itself struggles, then everybody else also messes. But it's fun to see how we experience things, right? Okay, so with this we are going to stop. Any doubts from 11 to 21? Yes.
Can I speak?
Yes.
Varshaji, the 13th sloka, Tasmim Swam, that is Tasmim or Tasmiu?
Tasmyum Stvam Sthapayishyami. Tasmyum. So when we will break, it will become Tasmin. Sakara will go, and Tvam. Tasmin Tvam is the word. But because the Sandhi has happened over there, Sakara has come. And because there is a Sakara, the Anuswara will become Wa. So Tasmyum Stvam Sthapayishyami.
Yeah. Another one, next. Sloka 17, Bhakti Yukta Manaskana. That is Bhakti Yukta, the person who's having a Bhakti Yukta Man. That will be the correct meaning, Varsha?
Yes.
Manaska
yes.
is
Manaskana. Yes.
Manaska is the person. Vishala Manaska, that we are telling. No?
Yeah.
And Sloka 19, Kalau Bhakti. Why it is telling 2 times? Is there any difference in the meaning?
Difference in the meaning is like it is only stressed. One is of Kali Yuga, and in this Kali, like that it is meaning. So it is stressed in this age of Kali, in this Yuga of Kali, like that it is stressed.
Okay. Thank you.
Good questions. Any more doubts? Any more questions? Good. So let's end this session. My humble apologies that the initial verses were not chanted in the way they were supposed to chant. But probably I'll believe that's what the Lord wanted. The tune was singing in the mind, but it didn't come out. So apologies for that. Let's end today's session. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in, hold it there. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Hari Om, everyone. Thank you. See you all next week.
Thank you. Thank you, Varshaji.
Thank you. Hari Om,
Thank you,
Varshaji.
Varsha.
Thank you.
Hari Om, Dhanyavadaha.
Thank you, Varshaji.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Varshaji. Hari Om.
Varshaji.
Thank you.
Hari Om.
And yes, of course, wish everyone a
Lord.
happy Ram Navami, which is coming soon this weekend. Hari
Thank you,
Om.
Varshaji. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hari Om, teacher. Hari Om.
Hari Om, my dear child. Hari Om.
Thank you, Varshaji. Hari Om.
Hari Om. Thank you.
Thank you, Varshaji. Hari Om.
Thank you, Ji. Hari
Varshaji.
Om.
Hari Om.
Varshaji.
Hari Om.